Dear students, welcome all of you to the second part of the chapter Cash Flow Statement. Preparation of Cash Flow Statement. Today we are going to learn more about how to prepare the introductory part of Cash Flow Statement. So, very important area. This chapter is very important for your exams. Definitely there will be one 6-mark question from this area. You have to prepare project related to cash flow statement. You can prepare one specific problem from the area cash flow statement. So remember, today we are going to learn how to calculate the net profit before interest and tax, net profit before interest and tax, and extraordinary items. Extraordinary items, net profit or loss before interest and tax, and extraordinary items. So we have to know what is extraordinary item or any other items related to we have to adjust in cash flow statement. So what is the importance of calculating net profit before interest and tax? Actually, it is the starting step in the preparation of cash flow statement. We will adjust all the items in the operating activity after calculating the value of net profit or loss before tax and extraordinary items. So remember, very important section is going on. So you just read the yellow headed area. With that, the amount of that item, net profit or loss before tax and extraordinary item, we will adjust all other items like non-cash items, operating expense incomes, then current asset and current liability, etc. So we have to be very vigilant while calculating net profit before tax and extraordinary item. So we have to know what is extraordinary item. Actually, extraordinary item, as the name indicates, items which are not repetitive in the business activity. First example, only few times we will sell the asset, the fixed asset purchased. Just read the explanation. Extraordinary items are non-recurring in nature, and hence cash flows associated with extraordinary item should be classified and disclosed separately as arising from operating, investing or financing activities. So we have to adjust all the items of extraordinary item. Extraordinary in the sense which are not recurring, which are not repeating in the business form. So we have to adjust in 3 areas: operating activity, investing activity and financing activity. Best example is loss due to theft. It is non-recurring. Why? Because it is uncertain. Risk is uncertain. So that type of lot of items are there. It will be adjusted to the operating activity, investing activity and financing activity. And the next one is adjustment related to interest and dividend paid and received. Interest and dividend paid and received. When the interest and dividend is paid, it comes under the financing activity. Why? Every time financing activity is related to issue and redemption of share, debenture, bank loan, etc. So the dividend and interest, dividend is paid for the shareholder, interest paid for the debenture holder and bank. So it must be adjusted in the financing activity. So payment of interest and dividend will be adjusted in financing activity, and when the interest and the dividend are received by the firm, it will be adjusted in the investing activity. Remember, when the company invests the money available in their hand in a third party, in any other firm, maybe a company or bank, so they will get the dividend, interest, etc. When they invest in share of any other company, they will get a dividend. The company will get dividend. when they invest in the debenture or when they deposit an amount in bank, they will get interest. So remember, when they receive interest and dividend, it will be adjusted in investing activity. So remember that item. Also, one thing you have to remember, whenever we are paying the interest and receiving the interest, we have to adjust in operating activity also, that we will learn in the next section. And what is the next item we have to adjust? Tax, the income tax paid by the company. Normally, tax will be adjusted in operating activity, not in investing or financing activity. It will be adjusted in operating activity. But sometimes there will be dividend tax also. Dividend tax the company have to pay when they receive dividend, and capital gain tax. Normally, these type of items are occurring. Capital gain tax are occurring when they sell fixed asset with a good margin of profit. So these type of items will be adjusted. So tax paid to the government from the operating profit, operating activities, will be adjusted in operating section. When they get dividend or tax paid for the dividend, it will be recorded in financing activity. And at the time of sale of fixed asset, they get profit, they have to pay the tax to the government. So it will come under the investing activity. So all these points are very important. We have to categorize each item into operating, investing and financing activity. And you have to remember what is the criteria for recording non-cash items. Non-cash items. You know very well, we are preparing the cash flow statement. So no need to take any non-cash items into the preparation of cash flow statement. We have to take only cash and cash equivalents into the preparation of cash flow statement. Remember, only cash transactions are taken. So in this section, you are going to learn more about how to calculate the value of net profit or loss before tax and extraordinary items. So company, after calculating the net profit, they will adjust the items like extraordinary items, tax, interest, dividend, etc. But we want to know in a particular year what is the actual net profit before distributing the amount, before adjusting, before deducting the amount from net profit for paying dividend or tax, etc. So the cash flow statement preparation begins with the value of the net profit before tax and extraordinary items. Profit before interest and tax, we will say normally. So this is the format. This is the format for calculating the net value of net profit before tax and other items. So it will start with the balancing statement of profit and loss current year, and we have to deduct the value of balancing statement of profit and loss. So it will start with the balancing statement of profit and loss current year, and we have to deduct the value of balancing statement of profit and loss previous year. We have to deduct the value of balance in the statement of profit and loss previous year. So remember, then we have to adjust some more items. The value of general reserve transferred during the year. The value of general reserve transferred during the year. Also, we have to add interim dividend paid during the year. You know very well, interim dividend is the amount of dividend declared in between a particular financial year to satisfy the shareholders, and the proposed dividend paid during the year. Proposed dividend paid during the year. This is one of the confusing factor. We will think that Current year's value will be given. Current year's value of proposed dividend will be given in this year. But that is wrong. We have to take the value of previous year proposed dividend. Previous year proposed dividend to add in the calculation of net profit or loss before tax and extraordinary items. What is the reason? It is very important. You have to be very careful. Normally, at the annual general body meeting, the directors will declare the proposed dividend. Dividend proposed for a particular year is proposed dividend. So at the time of the annual general body meeting, it will be declared. So remember, at the end of the financial year, the board of directors will declare the dividend for the present financial year, and next year the amount will be paid from the profit. So we will pay previous year's declared dividend from the next year's profit. So remember, it is one thing that will confuse you at the time of calculation of the amount of net profit before interest and tax. So remember, previous year value will be taken to calculate the value of net profit before interest and tax. No need to take the current year value of proposed dividend at any place in the preparation of cash flow statement. And provision for taxation paid during the year. Current year value will be taken here to find out the net profit before tax. And the previous year value in the question, if there is the value of provision for taxation is given for the previous and current year will be taken here, and previous year value will be taken to deduct from operating activity after all adjustments. It will be very clear by solving a problem. And also we have to adjust the amount of tax refunded during the year. Maybe due to the change in government policy, the business people get a refund of tax. The percentage of tax is reduced. They will get the tax amount refunded. So we have to deduct it. So adjusting all these values in this format, we will get the final outcome, net profit or loss before tax and extraordinary items. So keep in mind, this is a simple format. No any other items added into the format. So learn it now. Then we have to solve one problem to develop more about the calculation of net profit or loss before tax and extraordinary items. So remember the format. In this question, all the values are given. We have to calculate the value of net profit before interest and tax, balance in statement of profit and loss, previous year and current year values given, general reserve amount is given. So in the format, we just learned transferred it to general reserve. Transferred it to general reserve. So from this question, how you will find out the transferred amount of general reserve? It is very easy. You just look at here. The previous year amount of general reserve is 40,000 and the current year value is 50,000. That indicates from the current year profit, 10,000 amount is transferred to general reserve in the present year. 10,000. That is the increased value. So how we will find out? So current year value minus previous year value is the amount of transferred to general reserve. So remember, we will find out the value of general reserve transferred by deducting from 50,000 minus 40,000. Then we have to take the provision for taxation, current year value 20,000 and proposed dividend previous year value 15,000. I think it is very clear the explanation regarding proposed dividend. The current year amount will be paid from the next year's profit. So we are taking only the previous year's proposed dividend to pay in the current year. And also interim dividend is given, it must be added. Then tax refunded amount is also given, we have to deduct it. So you just look at the solution, how it is solved. So first we have to show the current year value of profit less balance in statement of profit and loss 1 lakh in the previous year. Then we will write in the amount column 50,000. And we have to add the items transferred to general reserve. Just show the calculation, how it is calculated. Transferred to general reserve amount 50,000, current year minus 40,000. So we will get the current year transferred amount to 10,000. It is added. Also interim dividend paid during the year 18,000 is added. Proposed dividend paid during the year 15,000 of the previous year is added. Provision for taxation current year amount is added. We will deduct the previous year amount from the operating activity. And also the item tax refunded during the year is deducted. So we will get the answer, and the answer is 1,01,000. 1,01,000. So that is the value net profit before tax and extraordinary item. 1,01,000 is the answer. So we have to solve another problem with a small difference. Just look at the question. Here also all the same items are given. Balance in statement of profit and loss. 2 amounts are given, but one value is given in the bracket. That is the thing, another item which confuses you. Every time you have to remember the point. The amount given in the bracket is, the amount given in the bracket shows negative value. Negative value. So it is very clear, during 2019 that company have loss. Previous year they have 1 lakh profit, and they have only loss 20,000 in the current year. So what will be the profit? We have to find out. We have to find out whether it is profit or loss. Then general reserve amount is given, provision for taxation amount is there, proposed dividend is there, interim dividend is also there. So we have to find out whether it is profit or loss. So the answer for the problem, when there is loss, nothing else, you don't worry about that. You have to follow the same method. Balance in statement of profit and loss current year minus 20,000. Again less balance in the statement of profit and loss previous year minus 10,000, 1 lakh. So we will get 1,20,000. And we have to adjust all other items. Transfer to general reserve 10,000. Interim dividend paid during the year 8,000. Proposed dividend paid during the year 10,000. Provision for taxation current year 20,000. And we will get net loss before tax and extraordinary items. So this is a small change. When the loss comes, the net profit is not net profit, net loss before tax and extraordinary items. So this is the first part before starting the preparation of cash flow statement. First of all, we have to find out the value of net profit before interest and tax and extraordinary items. So just remember some important points regarding the calculation. Suppose in the question only reserve and surplus is given instead of the splitter. In this question it is splitted. Statement of profit and loss amount is given separated. Then general reserve amount also given as a separate value. But sometimes there will be only the heading reserve and surplus, nothing else. We have to calculate the profit current year by differentiating the current year value of reserve and surplus and previous year value of reserve and surplus. Just take the difference. Then you can adjust all other items like a dividend, maybe interim or proposed dividend, also provision for taxation and the amount of tax refund. So remember, when the item reserve and surplus is only given. Then provision for taxation, I am again repeating, you have to remember very carefully. Current year amount will be taken here. To calculate the net profit before interest and tax, current year amount will be taken. And some more adjustment is there. We will learn in the next section. And the previous year amount of provision for taxation will be taken in the operating activity after adjusting all the items, current asset and current liability, etc. So remember, and also proposed dividend. Proposed dividend means the dividend proposed for the next year. And when we calculate the net profit before interest and tax, we will take the value of previous year amount of proposed dividend. Previous year amount of proposed dividend. Why? Because it is declared in the previous annual general body meeting and will be paid from the current year's profit. There is no change for the adjustment interim dividend. Actually, the interim dividend paid during the financial year for which we are calculating or preparing the cash flow statement. So these three important points must be remembered, very important points for the next calculations also. So develop your own concept by changing the value for the questions, and also lot of books are available and lots of problems are available in web pages also. So use it very interestingly. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and for sharing the video with your friends. Thank you so much.